Today on the channel, we get Ultimate once again from the WWE Mattel Ultimate Edition line. We got the Target exclusive, The Rock.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Ultimate Edition unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the Target exclusive Ultimate Edition of The Rock. But for all your Rock needs that are not Target exclusives, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And The Rock returns to the Ultimate Edition line for the third time by my count, and of course we'll do some comparisons later on in this video. However, this Rock was an interesting one, as this was street dated for 10/1, October 1st. We hate the dreaded street dates. We get them sometimes, not all the times, but this Rock one was street dated for 10/1. So some people out in their stores, their Target stores more specifically, these were on the shelves before 10/1. You get up to the register and you try to buy it, it says, "See associate," and that associate just grabs it out of your hands, just pulls it away and says, not till 10/1. How dare you buy this a day or two early? We cannot have that. The world may explode if that happens, but it is what it is. There's street dates and everything. I don't really understand the street dates. I mean, I understand the reasoning, but I think in this day and age, it's pretty much a lost cause. It's not that big of a deal. Outside of maybe music and DVDs because of different things, but I don't know if it's going to kill anybody if somebody gets this a week early, really, in the grand scheme of things, but it is what it is. You got to follow the rules. That's what we do in society, I guess. And another thing we do in society is we do this unboxing like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We take a look at the packaging, we talk about it, we unbox it, we talk about it. We'll see where it goes from there, and it'll go somewhere, probably off the rails. But there it is, The Rock Ultimate Edition. Got the tracksuit, got the microphone, got the glasses, got all those heads, and you got those hands going on. Of course, big window box. The Rock at the top, Ultimate Edition there. There he is, giving the old people's eyebrow on the side. Get that eyebrow raising. He's going one of those there. Got the WWE logo, of course. Can't beat that, or I should say the Rock logo as well. And then on this side, you got the Rock. A little bit of that same old, same old. I did get two of these. One came absolutely minty. This one, dinged corners, which I'm fine. I'm opening one anyway. So opened up the dinged corner edition is what I'm doing here. On the back, we got The Rock, we got the glamour shot of the figure, and then we got the glamour shot of The Rock himself. We got the blurb, we got the tail of the tape. We're playing a lot of hits here today. Let's see what it says about our old friend Dwayne, The Rock. 6'5" from Miami, Florida. Absolutely beautiful this time of year. Old Miami. Shout out to Miami, Florida. 2 times I went to Miami because that's where they docked for the motorboat. Yes, Motorhead cruise back in the day. Captain Lemmy sailing the 7 seas. Oh, some great times with Lemmy. And actually, the last time I ever saw Lemmy alive was on that boat. So the Motorhead boat, 2 years in a row I was on there. Shout out to Miami, Florida. There you go. Finisher, The Rock Bottom, career highlights, 8-time WWE champion. And it does say, whenever one of the Great One's opponents wants to open their trap and let the most entertaining man in all of entertainment know what they think, The Rock says this: "It doesn't matter what you think. Know your role and shut your mouth if you can smell what The Rock is cooking." And then he gives you the old eyebrow, and it's just you're shivering away, and you walk away back to the locker room after that. I think that's the way it usually does go. But a lot of copyright going on for The Rock right there. The old Brahma Bull, as he's known in some circles. And then if you smell what The Rock is cooking in other circles. So we got a little of that going on. Those little Easter eggs we love so much. But we're off to the races, off to the side. See you later. Goodbye. Now we get down to the old Rock right here. The hands aplenty. He's very handsy. Lots of hands. Lots of stuff going on here. Let's pop it all out, though. See what's going on with The Rock. And this is an interesting Rock, as the last Rock Ultimate Edition we got was more, I don't want to say modern day Rock, but definitely not this version of Rock that we think of. See you later. Goodbye. It was more bald head Rock with the shoulder tattoo. Not early days Rock. And Rock, of course, is locked in because a talent this big, you got to have locked down. You got to lock down your talent at the end of the day. Lock them down to a contract. That's what you got to do at the end. And then even his hands are all locked in. I hate it when they lock in all these hands. I guess it's nice if they think they're going to get dislodged in shipping, but put twist ties or plastic ties on the hands just seems like absolute overkill to me. But we're not talking about the New Jersey Thrash brand Legends. We're not talking about G.I. Joe and the Bat Enforcer. We're talking about just overkill in general. But it is what it is. We're going to pop all these hands out, and there is a lot of hands for the Rock here. And this figure, very similar, but very different to the one in the past as well. Twist ties. I always forget to dump those out. And so my carpet just gets all the twist ties. That lucky carpet, eating good. Eating good is that carpet there. But let's dive in first. We'll go through all these accessories here. We're going to mix it up a little bit. We do get the Great One glasses here. You got the gold frames with the black lenses, looking good all day long. These are the Rock. Believe we've had these in the past as well, but we do get them once again with the Rock right here. Raw as War microphone, you got to have that there. Very iconic to the Rock. He had a mic in his hand every single week, it seemed like, especially during this point. So it is a Raw as War microphone. That's on brand. I have no problems with that either. Then we get the old tracksuit here. We've seen these tracksuits in the past, but we do get it here for the Rock. And we've had this Rock figure actually in the past many a times with a tracksuit, but this one's more feels like a real tracksuit, whatever that material is. Is it polyester? I don't even know what they call it. But it feels more tracksuit-like than the cloth ones we've got in the past. I think we got them in the entrance grates line. A few times we've got this version of Rock. But it is the black. It's got the white racing stripe on it. I'm going back and forth how to display this one. A lot of these Ultimates, I've been waiting for a clearance price, and when this goes down to 12 bucks or something, I buy a second one and I display one look and the other look. I may do that with this Rock in the end. And I gotta say, I've been out stores a lot. I've been traveling this week. Check out my toy hunt, of course. I went to Nebraska. Oh, quite the monsoon season in Nebraska. Who knew? But I saw a lot of Rocks on the shelves. My local Target, when I came back to town, had 8. Yes, 8 on the shelves. So I think this Rock will be fairly easily obtainable. So I got to imagine there might be some discounts down the line. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that. Check out the Fig Hunts every single week on the channel. Both channels. 2 Fig Hunts a week on both channels. Check those out. You don't want to miss them. And then we get down to it. One of the all-time favorites on this channel right here is the hands. And we get 2 Fists of Fury for the Rock. You got to have it. When the chips are down, the fists are flying. We know how that goes. We got the open hands here, which you couldn't see in the bubble window, but they were in the package. You got to have that. He puts his hand up. He gives you one of these. All kinds of stuff. He might even lay the smack down if he needs to with that one. And then the very iconic ones we seem to only get with the Rock, and it's almost Rock-specific hands, I guess. It's the Come Bring It hands. Very, very cool. They give you one of those. So you got 2 of those to Come Bring It hands. So playing a lot of hits for the old Rock here. And this Rock is an interesting one, as it is kind of a re-release. We'll say a kind of a re-release, because this Rock previously, a very similar version, but a little bit different, as we're saying. It did come in, of course, the Amazon exclusive Ultimate is where it was in the past. Now, the Ultimate line, we've talked about it. A lot of people have forgotten, and we always talk about, if you forget the past, you're doomed to repeat it. You're doomed to repeat it. But the Ultimate line really struggled after the first couple of series, and struggled so much that Targets, who were really the official, I would say, brick and mortar carrier, we'll call it the brick and mortar carrier of the Ultimate line, they were backed up on Ronda's, Shinsuke Nakamura's, even Bret Hart, Triple H's in some instances. Finn Balor seemed to go okay, but that whole era of the Ultimates was a really tough time, and I think they were so backed up, Amazon ended up taking The Rock and Charlotte Flair into the fold here. So that was the first time they went outside of really Target and Ringside Collectibles. And I'm trying to think if Ringside even had the Ultimates early on. I think they did, but they did go to Amazon at the time. And this Rock sold pretty well. And a lot of people, I remember, complaining, I never could get this Rock. It was so hard to get. And it was one of the most valuable Ultimates of all time, up till probably recent times. And it was very valuable, and a lot of people complained, but man, that thing went up so many times that there was a lot of opportunities to pick that up. And it's like kind of revisionist history for a lot of people. If you didn't have your alerts, you weren't checking on a regular basis, yeah, I could see if you missed it. But if you were checking every couple of days, this was up. The old version was up quite a few times. But it is since, of course, being more limited, going to Amazon, not for everybody, not everybody knowing about Amazon, of course. A lot of people did miss it, which really shot its value up. Now we're here with this Rock, shooting the value down on that last one. And that goes back to what we always say. It could be Mattel, it could be NECA, it could be Hasbro, it could be anybody. They're going to re-release stuff if they see a need to get some money out of it. And there's no doubt about it. They would rather make, $10 off this than some person making $100 pure profit off of something like this. So makes all the sense. That's why I always say investing in toys is a dangerous game. It's one I wouldn't wisely do. I wouldn't wisely do it. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life here? I don't know. But anyways, let's get down to the Rock. Now we got the backstory. Let's take a look at these heads here. And this is probably the head I'm going to use on this Rock. It's got the old, the eyebrow raise going on. He's got that going on all day long. Love the big sideburns there. One of the greatest sideburns of all time in wrestling. Right up there with this man, Ken Shamrock, for his TNA run. Man, he had some beautiful burns during that run. But I do like this one. I like the one eye down, one eye big. Got a haircut. Rock could set his watch to if he needed to. Just a good looking Rock head here. The second head, he's got a little bit of a smirk going on. A little bit of smirk. Got that black hair. You got those sideburns once again. A good looking plain Jane Rock head. There's nothing wrong with this head either. Some really good heads here, and you can really mix it up. You can put glasses on, glasses off. A lot of choosing of your own adventure in this set right here. There's no doubt about it. And then the third head is a very good one, and this is the one I display on the previous incarnation of this one. I love this screaming, mad, yelling head. Looks great. You get that microphone going. It looks like he's just yelling in there. Very cool, but like I said, I gotta make a point of difference, so I'm probably gonna use this stoic head, maybe with the glasses on. We'll see what I do, but you can't go wrong with really any of these head sculpts all day long. Good head sculpts. They all three look just like The Rock. There's no doubt about it. But now we dive into the great one himself here, and it is your typical WWE Ultimate Edition figure. I do like that he doesn't have the crazy chest of an Eddie Guerrero or an upcoming Kurt Angle. It's a little bit more down to earth, I would say, and I think it does work really good here for The Rock. You do get the butterfly shoulders, of course. Arms go all the way around. Bicep cut. Double jointed, pinless elbows. Hits being played right here. You got the hands back forth side to side. Hula hoop at the top. Traditional waist. Big ol' splits. Drop down hips. Very G.I. Joe-esque, as we know. You do get the thigh cut. Double jointed knees, not pinless on the knees here. No boot cut, but you do get ankles up and down, very, very little side to side. And then, of course, the McFarlane patented toe articulation looking good here. I can't remember if butterfly shoulders were on the last version of Rock. That might have been before butterfly, so that could possibly be another point of difference here. He does come with two gripping hands, kind of your generic hands for the Mattel line. But he does look good. He's got black elbow pads going on, black knee pads, black boots. You got the Rock tights here, just a little different color combination than the prior one. So another little point of difference there. Got the Brahma Bull tattoo flying high right there like a young Ozzy Osbourne. Of course, this is Rock before he shaved his head and got all the tattoos in the world, of course. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% at Ringside Collectibles. Get your old stand there, and fits pretty good, I would say. A good looking Rock figure. But like I mentioned earlier, we had this very similar figure in the past. This was more of a cloth track style pants on this one, where we got the more traditional feeling track style pants on this one. You did get a title belt with this prior edition, so that is one thing I've said before. I would really like to see all Ultimate Editions come with a title belt, especially if they had a title belt somewhere in this run, which of course Rock did. But a lot of stuff similar here. You get different microphones there. It looks like the same glasses, of course. So there is some similarities here. I'm sure we got the same hands as well. But definitely at the end of the day, a must-have Rock. If you missed out on this one, there is no doubt in my mind you gotta have this one. Could be the best Mattel Rock figure. I'd have to go through it all. That's a daunting list, doing a top 10 of the Rock figures, but we'll do it one day here on the channel. But as far as Mattel goes, I truly think this is the best Mattel Ultimate, or I shouldn't say Ultimate, Mattel Rock figure in general. This one going to be right up there. Very similar figures. Just depends which clothing you like, really, at the end of the day. So very, very similar. Did mention earlier there was another Rock one, nowhere near as good, but a more modern take on the Rock, we'll call it here. Got him with the old come bring it hands. Gonna make them all feel as different as possible, but we've got 3 Ultimate Rocks so far. Would not be shocked to see more Rock Ultimates in the future. Got to think that's gonna work out. Of course, the Rock, a big time star, people are gonna want him. I can see more of these coming in the future, but for what this one is, not a bad day at the office. I would say a must-have figure. Head to your Targets right now. A lot going on at Target. You might even be able to get in on that sale depending when you're watching this video. I think you can save $25 off $100 if you buy a bunch of different stuff. Got to get a deal all day long. That's what it's about. Take some stuff back if you have to and repurchase it to get that deal. I know I canceled a ton of pre-orders this week and reordered to save that $25. Got to get a deal out there, especially in this day and age. But there it is. The Rock Ultimate Edition, a stellar figure. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to this very YouTube channel. We got videos every single day, as you guys know. And we got videos every day on the other YouTube channel as well. So check out both of those. Make sure you subscribe to both of those while you're here. And then give the old thumbs up like a young hacksaw Jim Duggan. Always helps the channel. And don't forget about Patreon for early access to videos like this. Bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, pizza reviews, dog stuff, you name it. It's all going on over there at the old Patreon channel. And best of all, you do support the channel and all the content it does bring. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for the great one, The Rock, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.